Hi y'all, I'm Allison. April turned out to be a great reading month, and we're going to go over some of the highlights for the month in my first official wrap-up. We will also pull out the wheel of shame and address that little puppy. My TBR games were quite mischievous and gave me plenty of books to read. So from Just Spin It, we had the timeline of medieval warfare, The Appeal, Gallant, Artemis, The Body of Evidence, Ruin and Rising, and A Midsummer Night's Dream. The Sims picks were Rebellious, Skyward, The Flame Bearer, and The Chain. And then for the extras, I also did The Three Colonels, Jane Austen's Fighting Men for Read Your Bookshelf, Agatha Christie's The Murder at the Vicarage, and Reset for TBR Knockout, with 13 Little Blue Envelopes as my buzzword. And I joined Amy at A Star Reads book club with City of Ashes, even though I still need to go over there and comment, but I'm counting it. Can you believe somehow I managed to read all of them? I have not finished the medieval warfare one, but that's okay because I have extra time on that one. It was the slow reference that did not have to be finished before the month is over. I am halfway through that puppy, so yay. So let's find out what the best, the worst, shortest, longest, all of that fun stuff was for the month by handing out some notable awards to the standout books for the month. I won't be doing any reviews today, and in fact, I probably won't be reviewing all of these books on my channel. So if there are any that you are particularly interested in or curious about, be sure and let me know down in the comments, and I will make a point to do a video for that book later on. But today, we're just going to talk highlights. I read 20 books with a total of 5,813 pages and listened to 17.5 hours of audio. Yeah, I didn't get much else done, but that's okay, right? Books. So our most notable books of the month are, with the most pages, Skyward, 513. Shortest book was Shaken, which was part 2 of Rebellious, coming in at 120 pages. Although this one, they chopped 2 books and turned it into a 4-book series. So I just wanted to plow through them because I was sick of looking at the cover. They've been archived in my Nook. I never have to see it again. The book that took me the longest to read was Emma. No fault of Jane Austen's, but I took my time with this, and it fell at the end of the month when I was busy editing and everything else. This took me 12 days to read. Runner-up on that was City of Ashes, which only took 3 days, which is much closer to my norm. So yeah, Emma, I really took my time. For a series, I started Miss Marple with The Murder at the Vicarage, Rebellious, which is 4 on the Nook, 13 Little Blue Envelopes, which is just a duology, and we bring back Skyward for my last series that I started. So not too bad, considering I did finish Rebellious, and I don't know that I'm going to bother reading part 2 of 13 Little Blue Envelopes. So I really only added 2 more onto my ongoing list. My most read genre was sci-fi, inflated by the Rebellious, because I did put that in there since it's dystopian. And the other 2 that followed up behind that was mystery and fantasy, which were 3 books each. So out of age group, I was mostly an adult by reading 11 in that category and 9 in the young adults. So no middle grade in April or children's books. Author that I want more books from, like now, Janice Hallett, which this was my favorite book of the month. Loved this book. If you haven't read it, get it. Ones that I was least impressed by, I didn't really have any bad books this month. Even though I've been giving Rebellious some shade, it wasn't necessarily bad. I'm just tired of looking at that cover. When you use the same cover for 4 books, But I had a couple of palette cleansers, which was The Lost Girls of Ireland. Palette cleanser is not a bad book. It just kind of, it's a good transition between books. So I did enjoy it. It was a good break between a lot of, you know, between your thrillers and your action. You can have it back in a minute. It was just a slower read, which can be a good break when you're going back-to-back thrillers, mysteries. The other one would have been 13 Little Blue Envelopes. Kind of a palette cleanser. Not bad. Just, okay, what's next? I'm ready for something. An author I don't think I'll ever look for again, Chrissy Pebbles. But I don't think she has anymore, so it's okay. Actually, I think it's Peebles. Chrissy Peebles. Okay, series that I made progress on. The Saxon Tales. Okay, Scarpetta. Book 2. Grishaverse. Knocked out the first trilogy. Mortal Instruments. Can't wait to continue this one. Yeah, that was the last one. So there we go. That was my month of April. Now, our Wheel of Shame. If I don't read at least half of the books for Just Spin It, I have to spin. And if I don't read at least half of the books for The Sims, I have to spin the wheel and add potentially 2 more books to my list. So let's go over there and take those books off and make my wheel a little smaller. So here's our Wheel of Shame. Thankfully, I don't have to spin it this month, but I get to knock off A Midsummer Night's Dream. And I read The Lost Girls of Ireland. And we also get to knock off The Chain. So there is my wheel. Looking a little better. We only have 8 books on here. Hopefully I'll continue to knock them off and not add any new ones. Next month when we do this to wrap up May, I will also include all of my graphs from my reading journal. Just a little bit behind on that and need to get it caught up first, and then we will include that in from here on out. Y'all can see how my page finishes out for the month and the additions to my graphs. All right, that was my month of April. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And like I said, if there's any books you really want to know about or curious, then let me know down in the comments and I will make sure and come back and talk about it with y'all. I will be doing reviews on some of these, but not all of them. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed. Have a great reading month. Give me a thumbs up. Let YouTube know I might be onto something here. And subscribe if you are so inclined. I'll see y'all next time. Bye now.